All right, can you hear us now? I don't know. Yep, no sound. Crap. All right.
Yeah, you didn't test the mic.
This camera's been giving me grief. I told you that. That's why. Okay, you can't hear us. You can hear us? Sound good. Yay.
Good, we fixed it. Okay, good.
I just had to unplug and plug it back in. All right, thanks a lot. Really appreciate your feedback, people.
Yep. So. Okay, so we're back to target asteroids from citizenscience.gov. Now that we're back in action, this is the page from citizenscience.gov, and this leads to this link here, which is right here. Oh, hang on.
I'll add that to the chat as well.
Correct. Okay, so leads to target asteroids. Now I'm doing 2 this week because they're kind of short, because they're all stuff that uses your own equipment to process, and target asteroids uses your telescope to do viewing. And Cliff, I was thinking of you when I saw this one. Target asteroids is great for someone who has an 8-inch scope or bigger.
And thank you, Cliff.
Yeah. And the site is a little bit confusing. All of the stuff up here with OSIRIS-REx and this mission, news, etc., has nothing to do with the citizen science target asteroids. So you can just kind of ignore that part. If you click on any of those, it's really hard to get back to target asteroids. So just stay on this part. Basically, what you're doing is you're observing asteroids for them and taking photos, and they're trying to basically pin down the movement of the asteroids.
Cool.
And people taking photographs and comparing where they are against the stars, with a good timestamp and a good lat and lon, of where you're taking it, helps them zero in on the movement of the asteroids.
Nice, and definitely sounds like this is something Cliff and people that have similar equipment can do. And this is available to anyone worldwide?
Yes.
Is it okay? So anyone in the world can contribute to this particular project.
Yeah. And
great.
And the instructions here go into prerequisites. An interest in astronomy, an interest in observing. You register with the website. And the main thing is you need to register with the website.
Not all of them want you to do that, but this one, it looks like they want you to actually register. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And you need an 8-inch scope, a CCD camera, and a computer with an internet connection, and astronomy software. Now, nowhere do they say what astronomy software they need, except that in their FAQ, they say that they do offer a site license for Astromedica.
Hint, hint.
So if you want to be able to run Astromedica for free, sign up for this.
Oh, I see. So, okay, cool.
So if you want to use it for your other stuff, this is a great way to get a legal copy of Astromedica.
Cool.
So, and they say that DSLR cameras can work for this, but CCDs are better.
Okay.
And if you don't have a telescope, they talk about how to borrow one, etc., or join a local astronomy club.
Yeah, that'd be a great club project.
Yeah. And review target asteroids. They have a asteroid list. They have one on the website, but they also have this downloadable one. And if you notice,
it's an eye chart.
Yeah. And
at least at this scale.
And more.
Oh, and lots of, okay, cool.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that I'm thinking is this is probably meant for those with roboscopes, because hand sighting in on these really faint asteroids might be a little bit difficult. But if you want a challenge, go for it. Go for eyeball. on it. But that's what I at first thought they meant by astronomy software. I thought they were
like a robotoscope. Okay.
Yeah, but it looks like you need Astromedica or some other software similar to that for processing the image to send to them.
Okay. That sounds like a really cool project.
So yeah, so that's the asteroid list, and that target list does change as they have different ones that they want people to look at.
Okay.
Plan your observing sessions for a particular object or objects. And just basically standard stuff. If you're used to observing stuff, this is all just review for you. But hey, if you're totally new, look at this stuff. It gives you good discipline for other observing. Can I make it bigger?
Yeah, let's try and bigify that. Sorry.
There you go.
I know it's live when.
Oh, there we go.
Now we can read it.
Super big on my screen. Okay.
Now we can read it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. And you know that they are modern and technologically savvy when they have an FTP site.
I've never even heard of that.
It's about 15, 20 years old.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, observe an asteroid and collect data. And they want precise, accurate positions against a star field. 0.01 magnitude accuracy. V or R is best. I do not know what that means, but if you know what you're doing with astrophotography, you might know what that means.
Or asteroids, maybe.
Spectroscopy, while difficult for these faint objects, is welcome. So let's see.
Let's see what Cliff has to say. Most computer scopes do have asteroid target data to track them and updates. Okay, that is awesome information. Thanks, Cliff. I did not know that.
These might not be in those scopes because it looks like these are ones that they're trying to nail down their positions of. But I don't know. You have to register and sign up to get some more information, I think. But Oh, okay. And they do, apparently one of their people can give you instructions on how to get these observations and also how to use a digital SLR camera.
Oh, cool.
So apparently that's what he uses.
That's nice when you can actually work with the scientists. I like that.
Yeah. And they have Brian Warner's Guide to Photometry. And NASA Amateur Observing Program here. This actually might be interesting to look at later. Maybe make it part of a future show.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to see if there's enough there to do that with. But this, for those who want to do astrophotography, that might be a really good resource there.
Yeah, great idea.
Make sure you're observing the correct asteroid. There you go. Make sure there are 12 or more reference stars in the field of view.
Okay. Wow, 12. That's pretty specific.
Yeah, they're trying to really nail these things down.
Okay. Let us know if you're going to check this out, Cliff. I would like to hear if you're going to try this out. I know it's got to clear up. I know it's been raining where you are.
Yeah. It might be a little bit wet right now. It's hard to view when the rain has flooded your lens.
Yeah.
Or mirror.
And he's got a comment. Most software, like Sterlium, operate the scope for targets. Oh, they do?
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. So you can use target stars for your,
Oh, very good. Yeah, I'm a real point and shoot kind of person, so that's awesome. Yeah. And, maybe, Cliff, we get you back on to talk about all that, okay? Think about it.
Yeah. Okay. Collect the following information. This is where you know you're doing real science. Date, universal or local time, as long as you identify what your local time is. Oh.
Starlium. Oh, Starlium. Okay.
Spell check is having fun with you, huh?
Yeah, I had not heard about that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, date, time, object observed, latitude and longitude, nearest tenth of a second on the lat and lon.
Wow.
Observer information, minor planet center code, if any. Now in the FAQ, they do talk about this, and apparently you need to do some observing to get this code, just to show that you know what you're doing. And so it might be those who do observing from a specific location frequently might want to get this, if you do astrophotography, because it basically registers you with that location, and ties that location to your photos. Names of additional observers or measures, submitters' contact information, each observation, CCD flat field, dark bias or darker bias subtracted. Basically this is stuff that probably means more to some of you, i.e. Cliff, than it does to me.
Yeah.
And then submit your observations to their FTP site, which means that, yes, some of you will have to go on the Wayback Machine and learn how to do FTP again.
That's file transfer protocol, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I actually remember that part.
Yeah. So
Stellarium. Oh, you know, I thought that's what you were talking about, Cliff, and now we've got the right spelling even. Cool. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
That's very, very well known out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And so there's a lot of, and this is what they want to be seeing here attached to your post, which is all just, okay, this probably means something to some people, but.
Well, this is great because, you know, if a project is easy and you like to do that kind of stuff, great. If it's too easy and you want more meat, you want more, you know, actual science and stuff you can sink your teeth into, this is a great project for that.
Mhm.
So, yay.
Yep.
Good find.
And then additional information as needed. And you can subscribe to their site or to their list. And then here's where you go to register, and very simple registration. Although they do want the information of your location, type of scope, etc., filters that you have available.
I want to do a shout out to Jeremy. Thank you for that. I saw some Russian. I didn't really understand it. So I really appreciate your help there. Thank you very much. My Russian is not up to snuff.
Yeah. And here's a short asteroid list, but it also contains.
You're going a little fast.
Sorry. I just wanted to show that it's there.
Okay.
Here,
and it looks pretty long.
I'll go down there and stop for a moment so that you can actually see it. And it shows where they are. But this link here is this asteroid list that I showed you.
The eye chart. Okay.
Yeah.
It's basically a PDF, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then the facts, which are interesting, except that they didn't answer the questions that I had. But
okay. Dare I ask?
But well, it was about what astronomical software is supposed to be used, except that then they talk about how to get Astromatica. And
okay.
Unfortunately, those with Apple computers, you're SOL for the Astromatica.
Oh, no kidding. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their suggestion in one of these Q&As is you can download off of your device to a Mac, but then you have to do the actual processing on a PC. So.
Okay, added step in there. All right, may not be great for some people.
Right, yeah.
But you know, sometimes the Macs have converting software within them, so some people might be able to do it.
And some Macs can emulate Windows.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So this is, I have an Apple computer. Can I use Astromatica? That's where they answered this.
They give some other names too.
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
So maybe if you have one of those already.
Well, but these programs, require a Windows emulator. So that's what I talked about, is that you can run Windows on Mac.
Got it.
But it's kind of doggy to run Windows on a Mac.
Clunky, a bit clunky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is the NBC code. They talked about how to get one. And
Okay.
I looked at this link. It's a lot of steps to get one.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind of like getting your ham radio license.
Ah, all right.
You know, it's for some of you out there, this will be a good thing to get.
Cool.
Um,
And you might already, if the people are already on partway there already, and they want to go the next step, this is a great chance to apply it actually to a project.
The main thing that they want is consistency. So they want to be able to observe on pairs of nearby nights. So, 2 observations of the same object, of the same faint object.
Well, because the asteroids move against the stars. So if you show a Tuesday and Thursday and maybe even a Saturday, then you've got a couple of.
Right.
Okay.
And it's proving that you can do that. That's all it is to get this NPC code. You're proving that you can do that.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty much it for this. Now this stuff up here, OSIRIS-REx, that's all really interesting. But if you click on any of this stuff, the only way to get back is you hit get involved and then target asteroids, and that'll get you back. It's not clear.
You can't do a back button on the browser.
You can, but
okay.
If you've gone far enough down the rabbit hole,
it's not very elegant. Got it.
But this is a really neat thing. It's just not citizen science, but you can see what they're doing. That's neat.
But that's where they know more about the asteroids, right? That's why it's part of.
Well, target asteroids is a subset of OSIRIS-REx.
Okay, cool.
And that's why this is everywhere.
Awesome.
On their website.
All right, you moving on to BOINC now?
Yep.
All right, here comes BOINC.
And I have to be honest. The main reason why I wanted to do this is because of the name. That's the main reason. However, that's right.
Bigify a little bit, maybe. Yeah. Ah, that's better.
Yeah.
Easier on the eyes.
Yep. And then, so again, this link takes you to boinc.berkeley.edu.
And BOINC actually stands for something. Oh, yeah. David shows up. Thank you so much for being with us, David. Say something. Found a previously unknown asteroid. Can they get it named after them via NPC? Ooh, that's a really good question. I don't know. Do you, Jeff? Did you find anything about that?
No, they didn't talk about that because they're not. That Project Target Asteroid doesn't have anything to do with finding new stuff. It's nailing down stuff, information about current stuff.
Okay.
But the NPC is probably a good way to prove that you're the one who found it. If you find a new asteroid. So that code is kind of like a diploma in that, astrophotography stuff. So
any chance this is a good, something good to look into for a show sometime? Maybe we can find somebody who knows about NPC. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Have them on as a guest. If you or anybody is involved with NPC and can help us out, let's invite them on the show.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll look, and they seem to be fairly open to talking to people. So
Jeremy has it. Berkeley Open Infrastructure for Network Computing. BOINC.
Yep.
For short.
Now, if anyone remembers SETI at home, this is the same concept here. Basically, you're giving permission to run scientific calculations on your computer. You get a specific batch, your computer runs it, sends it back. And that's essentially the way SETI at home worked. I don't know if it uses the same. I don't think it uses the same software that SETI at home used. I don't know. But it does now, at least, because SETI at home is one of the projects that you can do. So what you do is you can join Science United, which just basically puts your computer out there, and any of their science projects can, using whatever algorithm they use, throw stuff at your computer for your computer to process. Or you can download the BOINC software specifically and you can choose the projects that you want to run.
Oh, Jeremy says, I run BOINC on a bunch of Raspberry Pi and a few Android phones. That's interesting. Jeremy, I think you need to be a guest on our show. And then Scott says, would be my luck that I would discover an asteroid and get it named Scott, and then it destroys a major city. Oh no. David came back. Thank you. New research determining the danger level for asteroids this week has found it isn't the size of the rocket, it is actually its constituents, its mineral makeup. Oh, mineral or like solid versus snowball versus
Well, I think that's what he's talking about.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because when I hear mineral makeup, I'm thinking more
Chemical
along the lines of
composition.
which kinds of rock.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think the denser ones are.
I like that too.
Are worse.
Yeah, I'm sure the dense ones, the ones that are not a rubble pile that will break up in the atmosphere, are going to be really, really problematic. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, one of the neat things about here are the science projects available, and there's quite a few. Not all of them are astronomy related, as you can see here, mathematics, science, but cosmology at home. Obviously, someone taking on the SETI at home type of,
right.
Yeah, they're trying to jump onto that, but so they're doing physical science, and you're basically calculating out models or pieces of models. Computer engineering stuff, molecular simulations of proteins. Oh,
Yeah, thanks, Dave. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. What is it? Oh, density. Yeah.
Density, right.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, grid. Yeah. Okay, I know this one.
Okay.
I was just on as part of my IT work, I was looking at server software. And this is a major server. Grid is a major piece of server software.
Oh, okay.
So
good to know.
For folding proteins is what it.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. LHC at home, if you want to play with the results from CERN. Milky Way at home. Minecraft at home.
No kidding. Yes, Cliff. How hard the asteroid is. Exactly.
Yeah. Kind of like it hurts a lot more to get hit by a rock than it does to get hit by a tomato.
Yes. Jeremy, tell me more. The HTC Power to Give is the Android app only runs while charging and over 50% battery.
Oh, it basically means it won't run down your phone.
Oh, I see. Got it.
So if it's plugged in, yeah. Now, yeah. Now, if
thanks, Jeremy.
Go back up here. And speaking of that sort of thing, yeah. Poorly designed website. As you can see, there's no way to get back to the main list except for hitting the back button.
Oh, like no navigation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Except inside itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, add-ons. Here are some good add-ons.
Same problem, I see.
Yeah. Now they have for Windows. Oh, you want more bigger?
Yeah, if you can bigify it. Cause I'm looking at it's pretty small.
Okay, there we go.
That's better.
Okay. Now, one of the things that they can do is control max CPU usage to prevent overheating.
Nice.
Yes, we don't want to melt someone's laptop.
No. Have you seen that before? Jeff's a computer guy, so.
Yeah, I knew someone who melted his laptop playing WoW.
Okay.
Back when.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so various things that you can, that you can add to it to help you control it or see what it's doing. Throttle CPU temperature. You can give it a temperature limit, and it'll keep the CPU below that. So these are various things, and Linux add-ons, Mac add-ons, and mobile add-ons.
So a great point, Dave. We've been focusing a lot on citizen science, and we really like to bring as much diversity as possible. So some of these are really simple, and some of them are a little bit more sink your teeth into. That would be a great question to find out. Who in the audience has been involved with citizen science. I heard about so many rocks on Bennu. And that was definitely a lot of people helping out with that. But yeah, we're just trying to let people know that these are things you can do to contribute to science. Yeah, if people tell us, we'd love to know, have you done some of this? And when we do our demonstrations, especially like in Zooniverse, it's very easy to go and, check it out, actually do a few of these to get like the screenshots if we're sharing that. And, we're contributing all the same. It's many people get to look at the same images and, tell them what it is that they see in the images. So they get kind of a broad spectrum idea. And if there's discrepancies, that's when they'll go and look at them. But if everybody has like the same answer, then they know it's probably that, whatever it is, whatever they're trying to find out. And Dave has another comment. Intended okay, yeah, we can absolutely do that. Oh, okay, see, now this is great. I really appreciate that because it's like, well, what do people want to know? And you've given me some terrific information to work with. So let's do that. Let's get some techniques and some equipment and start talking about that kind of thing. Awesome. Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate that. And we'll need some guests. So if you want to come and join us, that'd be awesome. I knew Scott did this. Yes. Map some rocks. I love the idea of citizen science. We do too. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I heard about so many rocks.
yeah. I got my start burning up my CPU running SETI at home, and then decided that wasn't a good thing to do for the old computer that I had. And then I started doing Galaxy Zoo.
Right.
Back before it was part of Zooniverse. So yeah, this has been something that I've been doing a lot.
So make maybe a program one night dealing on listener questions only. Let's pen that in. 2 weeks from now, let's do that. And let's see. We also have something called open mic night. Dave, we've started. We lost our guest one night, so we're like, we don't have anything. Let's do open mic night. And we actually had a link we shared in the chat, and the people who wanted to come and talk to us clicked on the link, came into the studio, and we shared screen with them as well. And so, it was a conversation live and in person, like Jeff and I are sitting here doing, or we have with our guests. But yeah, I'm going to keep this up. Let's see, working on that, Dave. Just too much bad weather. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about equipment no matter what the weather's doing, right, Cliff? Yeah. Thank you so much, Dave. I'm loving this idea, and I'm going to make sure I take notes of them, and we'll mark them in. 2 weeks from now, we're doing the one night dealing with listener questions only. Yay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so just real quick now, because I'm not going to follow any more of these links. The user manual is basically a wiki page that they have set up. So cool. Nothing, just a whole bunch of small print that you need to pop bigger. Web resources, again, not much more than the add-ons and other things. Message boards are kind of useful, and there are people, they look like they've got some pretty good response on there too. The help is, again, another wiki page. Email lists, report bugs, and various other things that you can do with it. And that's about it for the Compute for Science.
So thanks, Dave. You have 50 radio stations weekly answering listener questions. It's amazing how many people do not understand the most basic astronomy things. So yeah, put on your calendar 2 weeks from now. That's what we're going to do. So if you want to tell your listeners to tune in,
and also
we'll take their questions and you'll help us answer, I'm sure, right?
And what I would recommend is set up a Facebook post, or maybe on this Facebook post, to ask questions, because sometimes people don't get in at the very beginning. And if we do answering questions time and it takes 5 to 10 minutes for people to get here, there's 5 to 10 minutes where we don't have any questions to answer. Of course, we can come up with our own.
Right. Yeah. Maybe we'll do that. We'll have sort of a basic start, like, how long does it take to, what's 1 year? It's one revolution around our sun. And it's different on each planet. So
Right. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. Not as basic as that.
hey, you know what? I had a math teacher who took us right down to the number line and started us off. And man, I got straight A's in that class. I have no problem with going very basic. All right. Well, if you like space, you might like Star Party at your place. Let me come to you for your next event or an evening of stargazing with your friends and family. I've been involved with this since 1991, and I have the equipment to bring to you for a nice evening under the stars. Some restrictions may apply, like can I get there? Also, the phase of the moon. Full moon isn't great. The weather, that kind of thing. And I do have.
But of course, this is Southern California, not Australia.
Yeah,
so.
we are in Southern California, so I'm kind of like starting around here. If somebody wants to ship me and my equipment to where you are in the world, that's a possibility. But if you want to get a hold of me, here's the way to do it.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm just with Cliff talking about the weather that he's getting in Australia. Yeah, we have different types of weather, so weather's not as much of a factor for us as it is for you guys down there.
And I'm from Ohio, so I'm like, it's always nice here, people. All right, some stellar events this week, February 4th through February 11th. The 4th, that's tonight, Saturn and the Sun are in conjunction. February 7th, Uranus and the Moon are in conjunction. On the 8th, it's the first quarter moon. The 9th is weekly space hangout. We went and tried to find out what in the heck they're talking about. We have no idea because they didn't post it yet. So, all right, can I ask a question? You better tell me what you mean by that.
Yeah. And if it's open question, no, yeah, oh, definitely. I mean, everyone can ask questions.
Absolutely. So then we're back to Friday, the February 11th. That's our Friday night show. And I am going to talk about Aurorasaurus. Obviously, we have the show in 2 weeks all figured out now. And thanks so much. Find us Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the Everyday Spacer Facebook page and the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel.
Okay. Ongoing events and activities. The ESA's, build your...
No, it's not that one.
No, not that one.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I thought you had it. Okay. Build your web challenge. Get creative. Build your own model of the James Webb Space Telescope using any materials you like.
It is this one. It's that link.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and add it to the chat as well.
Yeah. We saw one entry to this on the Alpo Youth Program Facebook page, so that's
check it out. Last week we did a mini demo of that.
Yep.
And I saw
Anthony.
Anthony. Hi. Oh, thanks, Anthony. Yeah. I've become a regular on. I'll be on February 23rd, I think it is.
Yep. Yeah, you're there about once a month, aren't you?
Yeah, it's about once a month, unless somebody can't make it, and I can usually help, so I do.
Okay. And so show the Alpo.
The Alpo one?
Yeah.
You moved off?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So,
yes, on Facebook, and they have a cool picture of. Did you describe what it was already?
I didn't describe it yet, but basically, Webb Space Telescope made out of food products.
Yeah, food. It's Webb. Okay.
That's cool.
Yes.
And so
I don't think we have that. It was from last week.
Yeah. So there's more stuff on their website. You submit your challenge projects to the ESA education team, and the selected projects will be displayed in a gallery on the ESA education website.
And they talk about ages. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, ages.
It's your part.
6 through 19. Yes, thank you. Well, if you want to take over.
No.
Homeschooled or regular school is what they're looking for. So us old fogies can't enter unless we speak really squeaky like and pretend we're kids. And
that's a great group. The Alpo group.
Do our emails in crayon.
What's a Fraser Kane? Fraser Kane is the host for the weekly Space Hangout. That's actually a regular show that's on Wednesday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry, I don't know what it is for you in Australia, Dave. I could figure it out, though. And they go like September-ish through. They don't run in the summer. They don't run like hot months here in the north, July, August, like that. So yeah, it's just they're kind of opposite us. Like, so I talk about them a lot.
Yeah, on YouTube, look for Weekly Space Hangout.
Weekly Space Hangout. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been around for a long time. I just happen to be one of the journalists now for coming into 2 years, I think. So yeah, let's see. Oh, and that's finish up.
Okay, so yeah, you can be anywhere in the world to submit these. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Design moon digging robots. Robotics Junior Contest. NASA. Okay. Yeah. NASA seeks young engineers to help design a new robot concept for an excavation mission on the moon. It's open to K through 12 students in the U.S., public and private schools, as well as homeschoolers. You can enter art or be a judge. The winner from each category will be announced March 29th, 2022.
Yeah, that's coming soon.
Yes. And you can nominate a student with perseverance. This second round's closing up soon. Second round has been open from February 4th to the 28th. And so that means that after that, there'll be 2 more rounds because they were doing 4 rounds. It's open to 6th through 8th grade students.
Here comes that link.
Public, private, and homeschools. And some neat prizes for the kids. A message from NASA's Perseverance rover on Mars. A chat with the rover team members from Mission Control at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab. And an award pack of printed materials.
And thank you for letting us know, Dave. Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble with my internet with the other Zoom things today. Sorry, man. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe refreshing, that kind of thing. And there's certainly the replay as well. Glad you're here, though.
Yeah.
All right, so you're down here. Oh, it's me. So if you or someone you know has done something interesting involving space exploration, science, astronomy, stuff like that, we would love to share our live. Again, we are going to be on next Friday, February the 11th, and we're going to talk about Aurora Soros. I'm taking that one on. Thanks, Jeremy. Yep. What do you say?
Oh, he said that the stream looks fine to him. Now, Jeremy, are you in the
Don't
U.S.?
know where Jeremy is, yeah.
Yeah, because David's in Australia, and it might have more trouble, with the international.
And there's internet access issues, and because
Yeah.
Yeah. Good night. Thank you, Cliff. So glad you were all here. Dave, Jeremy, Cliff. Who else was here? Scott.
Yeah.
Let me go through the list here. Someone from Russia. I don't know. I can probably read it. I don't know how to pronounce their name. And who else? Do you remember?
Scott.
Scott. I said Scott. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks, folks.
Oh, Anthony down there. Just don't.
Yes, Anthony. Yay. Cool. And you folks told me right away there was no sound. Thanks so much. I think that's it for us, right?
Yep.
Unless you got any more questions.
Not yet. And Jeremy just said that he's East Coast U.S.
Oh, so U.S.
So cool. Yeah, might be easier to get signal here than it is across the Pacific.
Yeah, not really sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you so much, folks. Really appreciate you being here. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Mm-hmm.